So today I'll discuss about implementing cloud computing environment using IBM Smart Cloud. So basically, IBM cloud. What do you mean by the cloud computing environment? So cloud computing environment is from the two aspects. One is from the user's aspect, another is from the cloud service provider's aspect. So from the user's aspect, the ideal cloud computing environment means choosing the ideal what applications they need to build their cloud computing environment, as well as whether and from whom to take those services. That means what cloud service provider I need to take, and how to integrate all of them. So these are the things that we need to consider during their cloud computing, creating the cloud computing environment from the user side. Now, from the cloud service provider side, providing an essential cloud computing environment is that how to provide all those services to the user in a flexible way, and also as per the user service level agreement and in the low cost manner than the other competitors. So both are actually part of the cloud computing environment. So IBM Smart Cloud is a tool through which you can build your. This is one of the example of the tool through which you can build your cloud computing environment. So there are two basic components. There are two basic components for cloud computing environment. One is the just a minute. The broadcasting has stopped. Students, can you hear my voice? Because one side the casting has stopped. Hello, students.
So we are able to hear your voice, but so we are not able to see your screen.
Yes. Because from the iPad, the broadcasting has stopped. Just a minute. Let me try to connect. Okay, so there are two basic components for the ideal cloud computing environment. So one is the rollout plan, another is the workload. So there are many options for implementation considering the business models and available technologies. The workload definition and the rollout plan are the two key considerations that drive the definition of the cloud computing environment. The architectural decision and the cost basis on which the business case is built are based on these two factors. So what is workload definition? Evaluating workloads well is the key consideration for deploying cloud service profitably. The evaluation objective is to find the good matches of customers and the provider's capability and the deployment environment. The main key issues in workload environments are the mix of the compute storage, network resources, that are required, including identifying those resources prone to constraints or becoming bottlenecks. Lifecycle expectation for the use of resources. Resources might be fluid with many instances allocated and released frequently or relatively static. Number of concurrent connections and duration of connections. Connection lifecycle may impact network design and cloud service design to ensure user responsiveness and ability to scale the cloud services as users are added. So basically, the workload consists of the quantum of services provided to the user as per requirement. Main key issues in workload are mix of compute storage, and network resources that are required, and identifying those resources. Next is the life cycle expectations of those resources. Next is number of concurrent connection, and duration of connection in case of network connectivity. So please write it down, and after that I will explain. Please write it down quickly. Hello. Hello, students. Have you written this? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Completed, right? Okay, so there are two basic components. One is the workload distribution, another is the rollout plan. So now from the cloud service point of view, I need to check that how much workload is there from the customer side and how much workload. Additionally, I need to keep it in reserve so that in the later on, if the customers increases its demands, whether I am in a position to handle this or not. And from the user's perspective, the workload is that from my business point of view, how much workload is currently needed, whether this cloud service provider is able to satisfy this or not, and in near future, how much workload it can increase, and the whether the service provider is able to cater this part or not. So basically, it consists of the quantum of services in terms of the customer point of view and also the with respect to the service provider's point of view. Now, the main key issues of the workload are the mix of the compute storage, network resources that are required for identifying those resources. Next is that if I take those resources, what is the average lifetime expectations of those resources? Because so these resources I am taking a compute storage, and also this compute storage will be required for my processor as well as RAM also, right? Now, if the RAM and the processor's life cycle is less than the storage, that case the storage will not be of any use, right? Suppose मैंने जो storage लिया उसका lifetime है 5 years, but the processor's lifetime is 2 years, and also my RAM lifetime is 2 years. That case, will my storage whose expectation of duration of lifetime is 5 years will work? I don't think it is going to work. So the lifetime expectation of all those resources I need to know, and also I need to synchronize with each other. Next is the number of concurrent connections. How many in case of your network services, how many concurrent connection is required, and duration of those concurrent connection. तो एक ही साथ मुझे कितना connection चाहिए, that I also that I need to know, and as well as what is the duration, average duration of this connection, that also I need to know. Is this clear, student? Main three key issues: life cycle,
Yes, sir.
number of concurrent connection, mix of compute storage. Okay. Next is my rollout plan. So workload. So next is the rollout plan. So in case of rollout plan, we basically use the phased approach. For deployment of this color is okay, or shall I take any other color? Additional images that can be taken from the third-party vendor. Introducing new business model that cater customer needs, like introducing subscription model in PaaS environment. Next is adding platform images or pre-configured images with pre-packaged platforms. Add-on features in the cloud service to broaden the product selection offered. So please write it down. I'll explain again. Students, have you written this one?
Sir, not
No, sir.
completed.
Completed. Okay, fine. Completed, students?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So next is the rollout plan. So rollout plan, in most of the cases, it is involved with the cloud service provider only. So they are at the time of rollout plan, they don't go for the entire cloud service environment as a whole to go for the rollout plan. So they do it phase wise because it's a huge infrastructure. So it is virtual from the customer's point of view, but from the user's point of view, so it's a huge plan, task or the infrastructure that we need to do. Now, the most common phases are at the broader solution of cloud services can be delivered by supporting image source or additional images that can be taken from the third-party vendor. Means that image means what? That is a virtual machine image. So either some of the image we are providing, some of the image, if we are not able to provide, then we'll take it from the third-party vendor. Now, can you give an example so of this kind of image source where some of the image source they are providing and some of the image source they are taking it from the third-party vendor? आप लोग दिखा पाओगे ऐसा example? Earlier I have told in AWS it is available. Even you have done the practical also.
AWS AMI.
No, AWS AMI is the AWS Amazon Machine Image. I am talking about AWS Marketplace. So in the AWS Marketplace, I have shown there are several third-party vendor provided image sources are available. Have you seen those things or not? Hello, students.